skull, threw up his hands, wept for the worm in the silver sand, turned to the light and cursed him through. May God forgive, but I will never do.
Over the years, I've made several different versions of this sermon, I suppose you would call it. I've written it in blog posts, I've put it in comments, I've inserted it in one form or another into other videos, and it's always seemed to be fairly popular and to have struck a chord with people. And it's the kind of thing I say when religious types or others point to me as an atheist and say, well, isn't your life pointless? Isn't this a bleak point of view? Isn't this a depressing point of view, to be this meaningless cog, this speck, this mote in this infinite uncaring universe? I don't think that it matters, because it's true. Regardless, we should face up to reality as it is if we want to make informed and useful actions. But even so, I don't find their argument that this life without spirituality, without religion, is meaningless or terrible. I disagree quite fundamentally with that idea. So, people often claim that an atheistic, a secular, a skeptical view of the world is somehow without meaning or beauty. They claim that it is a depressing, crushing, cold, indifferent point of view, that it is something mechanistic, even inhuman. What is the point of even existing? They ask. They don't seem to be able to see a point without invoking spirits, gods, or metaphysics. I beg to differ. The naturalistic view of the universe has its own majesty, its own awe, its own beauty, and a narrative as compelling as any myth. More compelling, because it's true. Does your life have value in an uncaring and incomprehensibly gigantic universe? The universe is a big place. Just the visible part is nearly 95 billion light years across. It's also very old, at nearly 14 billion years. Not even 1/2 of 1/60th of the universe is matter, and 96% of that matter is invisible, dark matter. Of that tiny fraction of visible matter, most is widely scattered atoms, hydrogen, dust. What little amount forms meaningful bodies is mostly stars, black holes, asteroids, meteors, comets, and other inhospitable material. Even so, there are maybe 200 billion galaxies out there, with perhaps 100 billion stars in each with many planets, so it seems. Some small fraction of those planets are inhabitable zones to one form of biology or another, and even more rarely, it seems, life actually emerges. Complex life is likely to be even more rare. Intelligent life like us? Even rarer. Yet here we are. Intelligent life, clinging to a thin smear of organic matter spread around the surface of a watery orb, most of which cannot even be inhabited by our species. That we exist is a miracle, in the sense of an unlikely event. That we have intelligence is a miracle, and this miracle exists at the end of a long string of others. You are the end result of nearly 5 billion years of evolutionary struggle. Each of your ancestors, right the way back to that first self-replicating simple molecule, the common ancestor of all life on Earth. Ever since then, every single incarnation has striven and survived well enough to reproduce. And here you are now, at the end of that story. You are able to see to hear, to touch, to smell, to think, to feel, to perceive. You have feelings, ideas, loves, hates. You are a rare, special thing. Even if the universe harbors billions of civilizations, we are still a rare and precious thing. That's just down to the sheer scale of it all. To exist at all is an enormous privilege. To have even a feeble grasp or understanding of the universe is an enormously special thing. Only some vanishingly tiny fragment of all the matter in the universe ever gets to be self-aware, to grope towards understanding anything. Even the capacity for pain, heartache and suffering is a rare, rare thing. To feel that sets you above the inert rocks and soil upon which we stand, apart from the vast, dark, hidden matter of the universe. You are not meaningless. You provide meaning. You supply it. You interpret it. You create it. You are not insignificant. You are rare. And rare things are precious. You are not purposeless. You are free to desire and to find your own purpose, from the grandiose to the everyday. To raise a child or create some fantastic art, to advance the cause of science, or just to leave the world a little bit better than you found it. And all of this wondrous meaning, this amazing story, the rare and special thing that is you, understanding its value and its rarity, all of that comes not from ignorance or superstition through some kind of otherworldly melodrama, but from understanding the universe as it is, our place within it, and how fantastically rare, special, and amazing even the least of us is.